If you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
if you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
we just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we played it just cash. I put my money in a strong position. They try to tell me I can't win, it's just a stupid superstition. Cause when I focus, you will notice that I'm winning. We demolish every bookie, there ain't no competition. Now listen, I would never give you shitty picks and do you wrong. Come and join the Discord, tell these bets and hit the bone. Cooking up a parlay super unders and a song. We be really winning, this ain't just to make another song. So if you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
we coming in and we taking all the money.
Just cash.
They can't do nothing to stop us.
Just cash.
Hey, fuck these bookies, man.
Just cash.
They wanna limit me cause I win. Label me the enemy cause all I do is win. Just give us a try, this is where it all begins. I'm not gonna lie, all I know how to do is just win. If you love making money and wanna win,
Just
they wanna
cash.
limit me cause I win.
Just cash.
If you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash. Just cash.
Just cash.
love making money and wanna win.
Just cash.
We just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we played it just cash. Love making money and wanna win.
Just cash.
We just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we played it just cash.
Hey, hold up.
Just cash.
We're back. We're back, E.
What up? We are back. That's a
Oh my
little
gosh.
bit of Tuesday action. We are back. Yes, sir. What's good, fam? Welcome, one and all. You already know what time it is. It's just cash, baby.
That's good.
JC. And joined
Just
with
cash.
Underrated. How are you, man?
Good. I hit the wrong button. Did you hear that? Ta-da-ta-ta-da. Oh man, I miss Sean's movie trivia. That bastard. I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling, man. Chilling. Terrible day for me personally yesterday. I think I lost every single bet. It was amazing, and I'm still here smiling, baby.
Yeah, it was a day to say the least. I mean, we came back down to earth after several sweeps and having such a spectacular week. Just honestly a strange night, Peterson sitting out late kind of really screwed up a lot of stuff in that late game. But funny enough, I called that. I got the receipts to prove it. I said, watch this guy sit with a short turnaround. I knew it. He did not have a flu. If you believe that, you're crazy. He did not have any kind of illness. So just weird stuff, and that was something we really stressed on yesterday too, was just this short turnaround schedule for a lot of teams. Wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of fatigue, a little bit of, random Q-tags popping up here and there. So it is what it is, but overall in the day, with the official plays, we're still up a half a unit. So, it's not the worst. And then between the main and the mid tier, we're only down 0.25. So things could definitely be way worse, but make sure you guys are tailing all the plays that we're posting. The volume of it has stepped up a little bit more recently. So we're really trying to ramp it up and get ready for March Madness just around the corner. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Pretty massive slate today. Tomorrow's going to be some fairly light work stuff. So, we'll have that getting ready. And then obviously moving towards Friday and the weekend, we're going to have Unrivaled and a massive Saturday again. So a lot of stuff to go over, a little bit of downtime in between. And besides that, let's lock back in for today. Did see that Prize Picks dropped a free square. So just posted this up in the Discord. Caleb Wilson is 24.5 PRA, and then Braden Smith 11.5 points. Just pretty straightforward for both of these guys. Caleb Wilson, he's only missed this line one time so far this season, and that was just off of a terrible shooting performance. Insane hit rating. I know the matchup's a little bit tougher, but the game is projected to be fairly close. I think it's only 1.5 point spread. Plus the total of it looked pretty juicy. So not mad at that. And then on the other side of things, Braden Smith, who's really just honestly has been the backbone for Purdue so far this season. He has not missed this at all so far on the road this season. and that's where a lot of his teammates really have fallen off. Mostly Lawyer being his wingman, but this matchup against Nebraska, he should be able to kill him from the arc and get into the free throw line in that mid-range action. So I like it. Good for 2.4x, and thankfully Prize Picks is done with their Taco Tuesday crap because of that 0-3 last week. So we did get a free square. I expect we'll probably have some, Wednesday muffins or whatever they called it tomorrow. But yeah, we're gonna roll that here. Nice, low, easy sweat. Make some money here with that.
Nice. You just reminded me the FU Prize Pick song I was supposed to have at the outro. I forgot. So good. I gotta put that on the list to do. But yeah, Prize Picks can actually go to hell. It's pretty nice. Hey, Prize Picks.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna curse too much because YouTube already hates us, but you know how I feel about you, Prize Picks. You know how I feel.
Right.
Hey, D Johnson's here. He said, "Let's get paid. Let's get paid."
Absolutely.
Q Donkey's here. Martez Denny's here.
Donkey.
Q Donkey's here. Oh, he said Max. He said Max. He got us a little. He did a little research on Max. Look at that. Max prop at 19.5 now, and I still don't hate it. Did some research on this guy. He's only scored 20 in back-to-back games once in his 4 years in college. That was in a mid-major conference when he did it also. So, I mean, if you didn't like the 21.5 yesterday or the 20.5, you still may like the 19.5 because that man hasn't scored 20 in back-to-back games since 1847. You donkey. Shout out to you, bro. He said shout out Mikael Brown as well. Bro is back. And yes, Mikael Brown went absolutely crazy yesterday.
Yeah, he had himself a hell of a game, and I mean, even if you played Conwell, I mean, he still went out and had a hell of a performance as well. So Louisville is looking pretty solid, gotta say. Especially, sorry, my dog was in my face earlier, and I swear, just hair just falling.
Dog hair in the mouth? No, bro. You get canned laughter for that. Ready?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I get for stretching for a second on the floor. He just surprise attacked me. I'm like,
wait. This just in. Straight from coach. Baby Peja injured. This just in. Injury news.
Oh, yeah.
Injury news. Let's see. Oh, listed as questionable.
Interesting.
In a home game such as this, where they really need him, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, so let's take a look at that hero fast. Actually, see if we can react to it. Now, I do think that helps keep the game more competitive, but we know the two main players are going to soak up the usage here between Keaton Wagler and then David.
Can we go David?
David now I think is really interesting.
Yeah,
I mean they have
12.5's not bad,
points still,
right?
Yeah.
For him at home. And C-Dot's here. LFG, hit the like button, subscribe to the Discord, subscribe to the channel. Let's get this cash. He said. What's up, C-Dot? We love you. We love us some C-Dot around here.
Yeah, let's look at this real fast.
He's in serious mode. Hey, you know what? I can tell you're not hungover today. It's great. I like it.
No, I'm not. I'm quite happy about that. Now, we only have one game sample size, and it was an ugly blowout with Stojakovic off the court. So let's take a look at that. It's on 11-3.
Kind of liking this David now, man. Not the David that left the girl in the car, allegedly, but this David. You donkey! He said Lispy. He's going back to Lipsy. Lipsy. He likes his assist. Oh, Lipskiana.
Nah, I feel that. Yeah. Okay, so the only game that he missed so far this season was unfortunately the first game of the year, and it was, like I said, an ugly blowout. But looks like that game, I mean, Wagler had a pretty high assist or pretty high usage rating, and then one of the Avicic bros was next up. But even still, David sprinkled in the mix. He was higher up on the charts here. I do like seeing 10 field goal attempts. Obviously, this is a much easier matchup, so, kind of temper that a little bit. But Wagler still had 4 assists in that particular game, even with Boswell playing, who had 5 assists. So I do like our potential there. Just, sheer volume and time spent with ball in hand for Wagler should be very, very high. We have seen his shot volume and stuff come back down to earth more, which I think is, aside from this last game, he really had to at the end of the game. But, it should level out here a little bit more in this like 13 to 15 range. But that's a pretty big void to fill. I mean, David, I think obviously is going to pick up a lot of usage here. 12.5 is very, very doable for him.
You know what I like even more now too, thinking about it? And I know on Props Builder it's that minus 130, but that 4.5 assists now probably feels even better. I would imagine that Wisconsin's going to pay more attention to old Waggy, double him up a little bit. He's going to have to make more passes than ever. I would imagine, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, Wisconsin's been pretty solid. He is going to see Nick Boyd on the other side, who's had a phenomenal season so far this year. But now Blackwell, his matchup, I think gets a lot easier because they could have put Stojakovic on him out on the wing. But now, I mean, it's basically going to have to be Jake Davis. But that also is going to open up minutes for Ben. I can never pronounce this guy's name right. Homunculus, Homunchi, whatever. Him righteous. This guy. So good shot that we see him soak up a lot of minutes here. And but this, I think, actually helps out the Wagler assist even more because he is a high volume 3-point shooter. So we do know those convert a lot easier. I like David. I do also like maybe even making a pivot to this 25.5 PA for Wagler. They are taxing it up a little bit just for these current lines, but now with Stojakovic possibly out, we have seen Wagler put the game on his back, and this could be another, 16 field goal attempts for him, no problem. So
Wisconsin up pace too. He's gonna get the ball even more. He's gonna have the ball in his hands for even a couple more possessions probably than normal.
Yeah, man, I think so. So let's take a look at those two things here. I know obviously the line is going to be even more higher than what it was prior to this news. So,
and Ayo's here. If your day wasn't good already, Ayo!
Yeah, what's up, man?
He said, "E-goat, Undertaker goat, let's go." And guess what? I have the goat sound for him. Right on time.
Yeah, I like this David play a lot more the more I'm looking into it. Wisconsin's been really solid against the wing players, but they are giving up a fair amount of production to specifically interior bigs or somebody who can't shoot high volume threes. Like Jalen here, he's a high volume 3-point shooter, and you can see they held him down in the second game here, but he got hot from 3 the first game, so he ended up going for 20. Axel, pretty straightforward, but like Morez, he can't shoot the 3-point often. He put up 18 points on them. Kofi barely missed his line, and this guy's like a walking donut half the time anyways. Devin Royal, another player, we pick on him quite frequently, and he was able to have success at Wisconsin too. So, I think at least a half unit. Yeah, man, we got to take a shot on that here.
Now, you said the straight points, because I was thinking possibly, maybe, he even has everything going on a little more, like even the PRA. He definitely gets some assists sometimes, too. And if Peja's not in there, I like how we call him Peja, but if he's not in there, I feel like David's the next guy that maybe they kind of get him involved in the offense, playmaking a tiny bit more? I don't know. What do you think? PRA, does it make sense? I don't know which lines make the most sense at the moment, but is points for sure the only one? You might want to look at that again because, his rebounds are up there too. Like he's an all-around dude. Swiss Army knife, as you might say.
Yeah, the assist is the only thing I'm really just unsure about, if I'm being honest. The last game, obviously, he had a spike performance, but these are all games with those, oh my God, what is his name? Boswell, him being out. So, it's not like he's really soaked up more usage just in general. I think he's probably solid for two assists at least, but anything beyond that might be a bit of a stretch.
So, PR, 19.5 PR or 12.5 points? Either one.
I think the PR is worth a shot here. Like I said, they're just giving up production to forwards, power forwards, and small forwards. So, I mean, he could have, just 5 rebounds and come up a little bit shy of that end of things. But, I mean, he could easily go out and put up 14 points. I think the biggest thing, though, is, I mean, we've seen them run a really tight rotation in these last couple of games here. So, like, let's take this last game, for example. I mean, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, I mean, they ran 7 players just in total. And if we remove him from that, I mean, we're talking 6 players getting at least 30 plus minutes a game, and then being able to sprinkle in whatever bench guy, because David could have played even more. I mean, he had 4 fouls that game too, so I mean, that's something realistically he could have saw increased usage or increased minutes. And Tomislav as well. I mean, he ended up fouling out, I think, in overtime, but remove the overtime, and this would be a really tight rotation here. So if we put Ben in the starting lineup, I mean, that only leaves the other Ivic, and then, I mean, hell, we really haven't seen anybody off the bench so far. So, I mean, this could be a real tight rotation here if he sits.
PR, baby.
Yeah, let's do that. I think I want to throw something that could have the extra usage. We know Stojakovic can get a bunch of rebounds anyways, so yeah, let's do the PR. I like that.
I mean, look at his PR too. I mean, his worst game in the last 10 home games. He's had 6 a couple times, but I mean, that's not going to hurt us too much already. And then he has a good shot to get 8 or 9 and help us out.
Yeah, and I mean, truthfully, the only games that he's honestly missed were he had these 2 against Nebraska that he just kind of played, a little mid. But all these other games were blowouts. I mean, last game was a blowout,
Mm-hmm.
and then Texas Tech. No surprise he missed for that one. But yeah, I think there's a lot of upside here. I mean, if Wisconsin keeps the game close, I mean, we're talking at least 30 plus minutes of play for him, and I mean, those numbers have looked pretty solid so far this season, so I don't mind that. And if he plays any more minutes, I mean, he's been nothing but damn near just getting there the whole time.
Mirkovic.
I like it.
We take out Stojakovic, we add Mirkovic, and we're ready to go. David Mirkovic, and we are writing 19.5 PR on the official list. Available everywhere on all sites and books and fantasy sites. Whatever you play, wherever you go. And we are writing it on the list, buddy. There we are. We have added one live, reacting to some injury news. There we are.
Yeah, I need to get that in real fast, actually.
Yeah, you better. Yeah, you frickin' better. You frickin' better. Hey, YouTube. Frickin'. Frick. I didn't even say it, and they can't be mad at me. And we're at 12 likes. And Ayo said, salute. And Q Donkey has another play. We got a lot to do today, E.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff popping up here. Let's see. And I know we're still waiting on injury news for Arkansas. Their 2 guards or guard forwards. See if these guys are playing. If they're out, I think Acuff and Malik Thomas just go right back to these guys again. I mean, they played basically the entire game the last time, so keep that in mind. We might not get news for that until after these first round of games lock.
Sorry,
the guards for Arkansas.
Who's game time, though?
Both of the guards for Arkansas, Knox and DJ Wagner.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, so we'll keep an eye out for that. But I would say get half a unit at least on something for David right now, just in case if Stojakovic does play. You don't want to be too all in on that. But if we get news on him in fact being out, then I think we can go to another half there.
Okay. So how should we write on the list? Just write a half for now?
Yeah, half for now, full if he's out.
That's going to be hard to write.
I know somebody was asking about the Clippers money line. We really don't do a whole lot for NBA, I'll be honest. I don't mind it, but I mean, they're going to be asking a lot from Kawhi here. I know they're like +2 something underdogs. So, I mean, if you want to play it, leave that to you. But personally, man, I can't stand the Clippers. They've disappointed me so much in the past. It's just all on Kawhi. I mean, does he come out and ball, or does he fall flat and not have another 40 burger like last game? All right, let's get this bet in. So what are we trying to play with it? Pause.
What are we trying to play with it? Oh my goodness. I wonder if. Yeah, I know, because all this stuff has bumped since what we played last night. Yeah, get your 6 points in.
Yeah, where's these? Where's
6
the
points
big
ahead.
boozy?
Big Boozo. There he is. I think he's down lower. On the right. I think I saw him.
There we go. Yeah, 2.79. I can live with that.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know when Underdog started doing this, but apparently if I have Outlier open in my browser, I get this error message that they will not let me place bets.
What? That's weird.
Yeah, I've never
Developer
seen
mode?
that before, but that started popping up here more recently, so I don't know what's up with that.
Oh, wow.
So I do unfortunately have to get on my phone for 2 seconds. So y'all bear with. I will
Okay.
say also from stuff that you can kind of mix and match with it. Acuff, his 6 or more each half was a look, and then either between Price, Sanford, they're giving out a really good payout for him, and then Tyler Tanner was the other one. All right, so bear with me. 2 seconds, fam. 2 seconds. We're gonna
No,
get
you're
y'all
good.
some money. Don't you worry. All
You
right, so
are good. Q-Donkey likes a Caden Lewis fantasy also. Interesting look. I do want to take a look at that. Q-Donkey's been coming with some heat.
you said Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Your guy
take a
from the
look at
beginning
him.
of the year. I remember you were on his first game of the season. He didn't.
Yep,
he didn't.
until
he
he-
didn't. Yeah,
Pissed
he
me
wasn't-
off twice.
he wasn't nice to you.
I mean, Lewis isn't bad. You know, a little bit more of a difficult matchup. This game is no, I take that back. Better matchup for them. Just a really, really slow pace. What was the game total for this? I remember it being like super low.
144, I think. That's the one I did the
Was it?
unders for. Yeah,
Okay.
145 now.
Yeah, I mean, I believe he played pretty well against him. What was the prop? I'm so sorry. Fantasy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. You know, he's been racking up the RA as of recently. I do like his assist upside. That's something that's been pretty solid for him. I mean, the PA kind of pushing it. Really with him, man, it's just the points. Like, that's been the only frustrating thing about him all season long is just some games, like, this dude just does not show up to play at all. I have no rhyme or reason why that happens. You know, just mentally he's not there sometimes, but the games that he does show up, I mean, he's super involved. I like the RA upside from him's been pretty good. The blocks and the steals mostly, I would say, is his biggest appeal here. It's a great matchup for those as well. And you know, you look at the first game, he ironically didn't have any. So I mean, I think there is a little bit of meat on the bone left per se. But it's really just his points, man. I cannot tell you why this dude does not want to score sometimes, because these are some easy matchups that he's had, and he will go out and just do absolutely nothing. So I don't mind it. If you got a beat on it, run with it. But for me personally, this right here was just really what put me off from him. And why the hell is he at 14.5 points? That's actually crazy.
Who's that?
Lewis.
Oh yeah. Been doing
They have
better
somebody
lately.
else.
Nah, I don't think so.
Nah. Yeah, I mean, I guess just more for the matchup. Okay, I got that in. Sorry. I mean, he's just another one of those players. If you want to shortcut it and take the blocks for the steals, that might make more sense. I know the payout's a little bit worse odds for that, but I don't know, man. It's just, again, with the scoring with this dude, I just can't trust him.
Can't trust it. Old Public Enemy, if you didn't know. Do you want to go to? D Johnson got a play too. Oh, he got 2 plays. What's up, bro? Came in with some two plays to just drop on us like that. So we got his couple plays and we got a couple other Q Donkey plays. Do you want to get to your plays or do you want to get to their plays? What are you thinking?
Yeah, let's hop on our list here real fast for a second. Man, I didn't even see that both of these guys are doubtful. For yeah. Man, I should
Malik?
have posted.
Malik?
No, I should have posted
Acuff?
Acup's fantasy this morning, man. It
Yeah.
opened at 33 point something on Underdog, and now they got it jacked all the way up to 36 and some change.
Oh, wow. What else does he have
Well,
he could play?
With that being said, I still like his points per
Yeah.
half. I know the payout is a little bit worse, but this is definitely well worth the play now.
Yeah.
He should just play the whole game. Malik Thomas, I like him. They did bump him up to 16.5, so I would wait and see if they move him back down to 5 or 15.5. I'd consider that.
That's 15 and a half
But,
other places somewhere, I think, if you wanted to play.
Yeah. His assist, I would say probably the most appealing thing to maybe cobble together with it. But, I mean, he got super lucky last game. Like, the rebounding, he had 2 rebounds in the final 2 minutes of the game. So that was a little fluky. Also, the scoring, I got to be honest, he was chilling on 12 points for a minute there, scored twice at the end of the game. And I know he's playing 40 minutes, but he was easily a distant third, almost fourth in the pecking order. I mean, it was Acuff, it was Trevon, and then the other dudes were snapping off for the team. So he was very, very lucky to clear his lines this last game.
Yeah, 15 and a half on sleeper still. 22 and a half PRA. It feels like he's good, but it feels like his lines are where they're supposed to be now. They pushed him up a little bit from the starter. I think a lot of people were betting on him because he's an interesting freshman, right? He's finally starting now, so his lines are juiced a little bit because everyone wants to bet his over.
Yeah. That just is what it is. But I do like that 6 or more, or 6+ each half.
Mhm.
I think that's a strong candidate to have an official something. So, I mean, we could play that with, any of these guys. I mean, you could take out David here, run him with the trio of
Boozer and Debonsta.
Yeah. I mean, you could have something like this.
What's that
especially
give
if you
you?
have a payout boost.
Yes.
This one's only a 2.28, but I mean, if you have a boost, you can roll with that. Or if you want to kind of step it up for, let's say, if you're worried about Boozer, and the game blowing out. I mean, you could have either Price Sanford, Braden Smith. I'm not mad at that either. Tyler Tanner, you could squeeze him in there for a 2.4. So you can get creative with any of this stuff. I think Debonsta probably makes the most sense because this game is a little bit more scripted to be close, and it's on the road, so hopefully that helps out more. But Boozer, we could get in trouble. They could really come out and drop the hammer on Pittsburgh after that loss this last game and, be easily up 20+ before half. So let's take a little bit of caution there. But another one too, Kingston Flemings. Phenomenal road player so far this season. They're giving us a really good odds for him. So, I mean, even something like this is a 2.7. I don't mind that at all.
Yeah, and like you said, you give it the boost, you're at probably 3.5x.
Yeah. Let's write Acuff in the main plays. I wish I would have saw that earlier, to be honest, but I think we could still go back here.
What, just the 6 points each half?
Yeah. You can use that just as a parlay piece because, realistically, guys, you should be straight betting. All this stuff is on Bovada. All this stuff is, FanDuel, Bet365, et cetera. The only things that we have to parlay with are going to be fantasy and then any of these first half props. So really try and move away from parlaying stuff as most you can. There are plenty of options. I think even Novig has it. That I need to double check on. But, the main sites that you have, Hard Rock, FanDuel, DraftKings, 365, Bet Online, Bovada, any of that stuff. And most of that stuff is, worldwide you can really have access to. So shop around, get those accounts up. If you got any questions about how to set it up or how to do any of that stuff, please, again, in the Discord, drop any comments, questions for us there. We'll help you out. We'll get you hooked up. We've been making money off of this, so just trust.
Trust.
Okay,
good word.
let's keep it going.
Here we go.
We got a lot to talk about here.
Yeah, we do. Come on,
Okay.
E.
So we went over David here. We went over Max yesterday again in a little bit here for this stream. It was just way too high of a line. The 21.5 especially. He only cleared that 4 games total this season. One of them being this last game where he just snapped off from 3. So, buddy, you're gonna have to show me. You only put up 14 the first time they played, and that was with Dedan out already to begin with. So. Yes, it's at home, but this is another game we could easily see Arkansas come out and put it on them again and, run the score up here. So love that. Don't mind the 19.5 if you missed it. Moving on, though, Big Mast. We knew he was going to bump down. He's at 14.5 pretty much everywhere now. So if you guys missed out on that yesterday, if you want to play the bumps, that is on you. Really for him, just coming off of a season-high performance and season-high shooting attempts, I think they're going to throw as much at him as possible, try and limit him. Price Sanford, I think, due for a little bounce-back spot here, and best way to beat Purdue is just going to be from the wings and from that mid-range area. So if he's feeling that, that skyhook again, it's a little bit unstoppable and, just kind of is what it is. But really high line for him and recent performances. He was sporting a shoulder injury coming off of the illness. Got to take our chances here. We know what players do after a season-high performance. So 15.5 under was a play. Now, Keaton Wagler, 4.5 assists. Again, straight bet this where you can. I think Underdog probably had, the most reasonable odds beyond that. Price Picks has him at 5 flat already, but 365 and Bovada both have him at minus 130. So, get your straight bets in there. Just makes the most sense. I mean, he's only missed 2 times so far this season at home with Boswell being out. One of them was against Purdue where he went for 40 real points, and then the other one was against MSU. So, pretty self-explanatory there. Top defenses. Wisconsin is not a top defense, but I think now with also Stojakovic potentially sitting, that just more time with ball in hand. So just makes a lot of sense. And honestly, I'm really surprised they even are tempting us with the 4.5 line because I thought we would never see this again.
Yeah, I'm surprised. And this matchup doesn't seem too bad for it. So, and minus 130 on if you have an offshore site, props builder, minus 130 is crazy.
Yeah, no, it's really good odds for that one. Let's see. Moving on. Caleb Wilson, 8.5 rebound under, and we also had Big Henry in the mid-tier list for his under 15.5 points. Henry did bump down to 14.5 everywhere, but Caleb Wilson, I believe, is 7.5 now across all sites too. Sleeper, did they in fact bump that?
I'm looking right now as you're speaking because I was going to add it to my boost with all those alts. It's still 8.5, baby.
Okay. Even FanDuel has better odds on that. So FanDuel and Bovada, check that out there. Get a straight bet in for that. These are basically two sides of the same coin. Both of these teams are absolutely elite inside the paint. They are shutting it down. Miami has only allowed, I believe, three forwards / centers to get 9 or more rebounds against them, and they've only had 3 players at all, period, this season to have 10 or more rebounds. So very difficult matchup. I mean, they were just shutting it down inside the paint. So I think, especially for Caleb here, he's going to be dealing with Malik on the other side, which, I mean, could translate to a little bit more volume, but I think they're going to stick Henry down at the center position and just leave him there. And then they'll have Wilson and Renew going back and forth at it. So very difficult spot. And you can see he's another player we really talked about. Home road splits, massive for this guy. He does a lot less of the RA on the roads. I mean, rebounding in particular, way down. Scoring takes a little bit more of a dip here too, but he's still, it's still Caleb. He can go out and put up a 20-piece. But the rebounding, I think you're going to have to show me on this one. Let's see. Next up, we got... Okay, David, we talked about... Okay, you got him on here both. Do you want to write in red here if home dude's out, just so people don't miss that?
Do it. Yeah, and I was just going to say, too, and I was muted, I was going to say, man, that Caleb Wilson 8.5 rebounds is just too good to be true. It's betting, so, everything can miss, but that feels really good, man. He's going to have to do a lot to get 9 boards. I mean, the ball can flip right to him, and, chances you could have some bad luck, but that's a really good play, I think. I don't know why it's 8.5. It's too high, bro.
Yeah.
I'm putting that in right now with these alts.
Well, we got a bulk of the main plays. Well, we have all the main plays out of the way, so we'll kind of roll
Okay.
through the mid-tier here. Let's get caught up on chat real fast.
Yeah.
I know we were kind of rambling there for a second, but wanted to make sure we get all this out before any of the news breaks.
Yeah, let's get our homie D Johnson, because he's only here a few times a week or so, and he's thrown a play. Or I think he has. He'll only throw a few plays in here every once in a while. So let's get to his stuff here. He says thoughts on Braden Shrewsbury over 11.5 points. I haven't heard that name in a minute, and Blackwell over 16.5. And I think you were on Blackwell a little bit. Wasn't that him? Yes. And you haven't talked about him yet, so this will be perfect. So Blackwell points and Shrewsbury points.
Yeah, so Blackwell kind of interesting because his lines went in two opposite directions. He did open at 17.5 points, and he was at 23.5 PRA, which was the one that we landed on. But now we see he's at 24.5 PRA, and his points went down to 16.5. So I'm not really sure how that works out, going in both directions with the bump up and the bump down. But the points very, very appealing. I was really interested in his PA last night, which also bumped. That is strange as hell. He was at 18.5 last night, 17.5 points, but he's been playmaking a lot. I mean, honestly, I'm really surprised that he's at 1.5 assists. I know the odds are a little poo for that, but his playmaking very much so there. This matchup does not scare me. I mean, he's played really well also on the road so far this season. Only missed this in one time against Nebraska, and I believe that's because he went for a lot of points there. Nope, he just had a bad game, and they got blown out by 30. But the road performance for him is really solid. I mean, honestly, if you want to take the bumps on the PRA, I don't mind it. I might honestly just pivot to straight up scoring with that line adjustment, but I mean, he's been getting after it, so I do like it. He's only missed that one game where the whole team played like shit. The points though at 16.5 are really interesting. That one's really interesting, honestly. If you can straight bet it, I'd much rather that. But obviously, the PRA we have to pair with something. I just don't know how I feel about that. That just doesn't make any sense. Bookies have been kind of weird with this lately. How you bump his points down, but the PRA goes up. I don't know. But I like him, honestly. I like him. Good spot for him, and even more of a softer matchup if Stojakovic sits. So do keep that in mind.
Yeah, man.
All right, let's talk about the Strudelberry.
Mm-hmm.
And now this is a mega pace up. We know SMU loves to run and gun. Notre Dame is going to pull that pace and total down a little bit here. Let's see, 10.5 point underdogs. I mean, it's a coach's son, just another one of those players who typically gets hella minutes. So, I mean, that is something for him. He's really a 3-point dependent shooter. I got to say, if that 3-point's not falling, some of these games look a little bit more lackluster. I think he only had one recent game against Boston College of all teams that he was able to excel. I believe he got the free throw line a pretty insane amount that game. But minutes look good. I mean, everything on paper looks pretty solid. He had a great game against them last year. A little bit of a different scenario, but minutes are good. It's just 3-point shooters can be streaky. That's the only thing about them. And another player that really suffers from home road splits. Really suffers. So I know their schedule's been a little bit more difficult for these road games in particular, but hold your breath for that one. Hold your breath. 11.5 points is pretty generous, though. He's kind of pretty well stated at that marker. PRA's come up a little bit more. I don't know if I trust the rebounding. It's just been a little bit more spiky than my wants and needs. The assist, I mean, same thing for him. So if he's going to clear in these other lines, it will be from his straight-up scoring. So, I mean, it makes the most sense, but, again, you're just banking on that threes falling.
Okay. And I see they put props up for tomorrow already. They have good old Martinelli against Michigan, 21.5. And they have good old David Coit back on the board, 14.5 against Iowa. So that's interesting.
Are they? They're not. They're back at home against Michigan, aren't they?
They are. And David is at home as well, but I mean, he's not even starting now. So
I feel you.
I know he comes off the bench in chucks, but we'll have to look at that.
Yeah, we'll take a gander at that as soon as we hop off here. Let's just kind of roll through these last couple plays here. and then we'll skedaddle because I think we talked about most of these guys already. So
Hugh Donkey has a couple
got
other
two-
plays too in here that we can look at before we bounce.
Okay. Here, let's we'll hit both of these players for the Auburn game, and then we'll talk about these last two. Knock those out real fast, and then I think we're gonna call it a day with that. So, yeah, I know I need a haircut, man. I was supposed to go get one here this last week, but we had that random snow
The
hit.
bangs. I forgot about the bangs comment. Dang, I wanted to read that. Dang it.
Yeah.
Those natural bangs banging, he says. That's the best.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm getting my full-on Bieber going here. And today was actually the first day I could wear shorts, man. It was incredibly hot outside. All the snow melted.
Oh, snap. Well, there you go. Finally got some, got out of the snow.
Yeah. Okay, so our two Auburn players here, I mean, I think pretty straightforward. One of them a little bit more scary with the minutes. I mean, we know Pettiford is going to go out there and play, a majority of the game, but he is coming off of a bounce-back game going up against Alabama. We kind of knew that we were playing fire a little bit there because Bama just plays absolutely no defense. But we got more of a formidable opponent here. The Tylers have been holding it down on the perimeter, and Vanderbilt's no slouch as far as defense. Their offenses look pretty great lately too. So I do think it'll be a close game, and Auburn should be able to hold their own here. But bounce back spot. I mean, again, we see these ebbs and flows of players throughout the season where they have spectacular game, poo game. Great game, poo game. I mean, it's just something that he's been doing all season. Only two consecutive games where he snapped off and then followed it up with another pretty solid performance. So, this last game, he did get hot from three. I mean, he had 3 threes in all in the second half, right? He wasn't doing anything in the first half.
Yeah. I think he had 3 in the first half. Maybe 5 or 6, but yeah, he was looking like a cash under, but nope. Came out in the second half, said, too bad, guys. But yeah, I like going right back to it. Make him do it again.
If you're looking on PrizePicks, anytime they ever have first half stuff, ignore the green bars because these are all full game stuff. That's something they trap a lot of people in with. But his first half, even, I mean, at 7 flat, assuming that he clears that's 8 points at 16 total. So I'm not mad at that either. I mean, he did catch fire in the second half, but again, I mean, we've seen the production from the last month out of him, very sporadic. The matchup here, also not that easy. I mean, the best way to beat Vandy really is in that mid-range action, getting to the free throw line. So assuming that their defensive metrics continue to hold up here, I mean, he should see a lot of resistance outside on the paint. So I like that. And then the other one was going to be Elijah Freeman. Just a bench player. I mean, he was a starter at the beginning of the season, got relegated back to the bench, and unpredictable amount of minutes. I mean, those continue just to go down, and just his overall shot volume pretty well staying single digits over the last month now. So this one was really appealing, and I'm kind of interested to why he's still at 9.5 points, because you can see here clearly he goes all the way down to 8.5. His production falls off, and for him, he's just competing with these other guards who are now fully healthy, and his minutes just aren't there. And if any kind of production's not there, I mean, coach is totally happy with benching him. So, should be a must-win game for both teams. I think he's going to have short windows to kind of put in work, and we could easily see another 22 minutes tops. But I'm thinking under 20 minutes here again. Bad player. Bro's only been averaging 6.5 points over the last 5 games now. So you're going to have to show me, good sir. You're going to have to show me. And
Yep.
and another thing is the 2 starting guards, neither one of those guys ever get in foul trouble. So, I mean, it's not like something that he can just pick up minutes off of. It's strictly off of performance. All right, another one we got, Big Oscar, 6.5 rebounds, easy under. I mean, I don't know what the hell happened to this guy. He was such a stud for this team at the beginning of the season, but 2 things really working in our direction. One, this particular matchup and more recent matchups, we've seen Purdue going small. They've been basically kicking him out of the lineup and just playing TKR at the 5, and then they go with more of a guard set. This is easily another matchup they can do that. On the other side, we know Mast is going to be their main guy as far as being in the post. But Berkey or Berkentile, whatever that guy's name is, I mean, he's been losing out on minutes. So real good chance that we could see teams mirror that here. Both of their power forwards end up sitting early. Power forward / centers end up sitting. And then we just have TKR and Mast out there by themselves. So I like this. I mean, minutes continue to go down. These are all basically competitive games too. And coach is just not playing him in the second half. I mean, he's not closing games. And if he's helming in the first half, that could be quite unfortunate. But he's losing out on minutes and production. And outside of TKR getting in massive foul trouble, which I'm not too worried about that with Mast, I just don't see it, man. Any of these games he's played under 25 minutes, it's been a stretch for him.
Killing it, E. We about to smack him up today. Lots of good games, lots of good plays, and we got 17 watching today, which is pretty amazing for us lately. 13 likes. 13 likes, though, guys. We need 2 more likes, please, for good luck. If we get 2 more likes, we're all going to hit our plays today, because yesterday can just go away. Yesterday was just one of those days. I got right through it, too, and I'm ready for today. We're about to smack these bookies up today.
We're going to have a landmine here and there, but back-to-back sweeps, 8+ units this last week. I mean, you can't be mad at that. So we will be back. We're going to get things right back. Speaking of getting back, Kingston Fleming's 23.5 PA. It's still available on some sites. We were able to lock that value in before his line started moving. So I've loved him so far on the road this season. I mean, the only blemish was against Baylor, where they ended up beating him by 22 points, and he was able to really chill in the second half. You see the minutes came back down too. So we got two things working in our direction here. Mainly, the best way to beat Houston is from the arc, which I will say Utah has a really solid three-point shooting squad. I mean, their 2-star players take a lot of volume from three. So hopefully they can just keep the game closer than what it's looking like. I mean, we talked about this in the past too. Houston really plays down to their competition on the road. As you can see, a lot of these games, they are not blowout games. Only that one game against Baylor was a blowout. Everything else was within 10 points. So with that being said, assuming we have a closer game here, I mean, the minutes for Fleming's absolutely solid. I mean, 34 and some change every single game so far. And then just on the season as a whole, anytime he's ever played over 30 minutes, I mean, we're looking at 69%, 11 out of 16, but averaging 25 PA per game. I mean, the assist and playmaking has very much so been there. Also, not mad at that 5.5 assists either, but the minutes, production, usage, everything's looked solid. So, I mean, I like it. Field goal volume seems to stay the same, and it's one of our freshmen. So, more he continues to develop, I think down the stretch of the season, we're going to see him just keep going up and up. And this is a maybe a player that we're going to be looking back at the end of the season, like it was his line's not even high enough. Is this somebody who's still developing, and he's going to go out for another monster game? Really, a much easier matchup though. I mean, they're coming off of 3 pretty horrendous matchups. I mean, even TCU for that matter, not an easy matchup. So they've had a lot of tough games, And then the most recent one was ASU, where he snapped off for 28. So take that in consideration. Give me a close game with easy matchup. Got to do it.
Yeah, and he's doing all that, putting up all those stats with their slow Houston pace and all that hard work on defense, and he's still coming through. So, man, there's like 20 freshmen this year that are just amazing. He is one of them.
Yeah, he's good, man. He is so good. Now, I'm glad he stepped over Uzain, because that guy has had one fall from grace to another. Really, he should be on the bench, but he plays great defense, so I'll give him that.
Oh, yeah. They got amazing defense. Yeah, where you at?
Let's. We get any more questions? I think we had a few more.
You Donkey got a few from earlier. Let's make sure we don't miss those. He had Lipsy assists. Yeah.
The lip squatch. Solid playmaker. I mean, I know the last time we talked about him, we were looking at his ult for 3.5. Obviously, the hit rating for that was phenomenal. Weird miss from this last game. I don't know what it is about Baylor. That's just a team that just continues to surprise their opponents, I guess. But I don't mind the 4.5. Honestly, I mean, it's very high hit rating, 14 out of 20 games so far this season. it is a great matchup. I mean, TCU better, a little bit better interior paint defense, but I mean, they do give up a pretty high volume from three. I gotta say, Josh Jefferson, man, I'm waiting for him to have another breakout game, and that dude is so due to have another bounce back performance. So I do like that. I mean, great correlation between those two guys. We know Lipsy, garbage time hero. Anytime he's out there in the fourth quarter with this cleanup squad, I mean, that's where he does most of his scoring damage. So I will say his PA also fairly appropriate. Even the points still kind of low, but the assists make the most sense. You are, let's see, likely you're going to have to pair that with something else anyways. So, get creative with that. That is something, at least on Fliff or Hard Rock and these other sites, you can kind of mash that with, money line or something easier. But underdog and price picks, I mean, this is something, I think you could find an easy alt to kind of stack that with, especially if you have a payout boost. That'll make that even easier.
Bingo. All right. Do we have any other questions or comments? And if you're new here, you can drop your plays in the chat. We'll look through them for you or with you and see what you got. But I think we're done with the questions for today, so we're good to go.
All right, then. Well, hey, we appreciate you guys, as always, hanging out with us. We're going to be back tomorrow. A bit of a lighter slate, like I said, but with that being said, we'll be looking ahead to the rest of the week and see what we got going on. So you already know Friday and Saturday is going to be super busy. We're going to make the best of it. Be a part of our Discord. That's where all the overnight leans and chop ups are going to happen. All that early value getting out there. You guys got some pretty good looks here live. So hell yeah, much appreciated as always. Love you guys hanging out with us during the weekday, Monday through Friday. Hit that like button on the way out if you haven't already. Turn that subscription on if you're new here, and come be a part of the Discord. Good luck tonight. We'll catch y'all back here later. Peace.